Hey guys, welcome to a special episode of Wrestling Figure Wednesday called the Ringside Goodie Bag. Here I will show you some awesome accessories you can get for your wrestling figures exclusively on ringsidecollectibles.com. I wanted to show you their wheelchair playset, their ultimate table, and their new casket playsets, which are also very cool. And you could use these with all of your wrestling figures from Mattel to Jakks, as I will show you later on in the review. But that being said, let's take a look at each of these up close. Here you have the ultimate table playset, and it comes in a variety of colors. I got the standard wood colored one, and as you can see, they look a lot like the old Jakks tables. However, there's a third chunk that you can break on it, which is awesome. So you can make it break more authentically, like when it's in the corner and a guy crushes through it and it folds or something, rather than it just going strictly in two pieces. So it's really cool. At the top there's a Wrestling Figure Accessories logo, the Ringside Collectibles WrestlingFigures.com logo. It says Ultimate Table. There's a choking hazard and it says WrestlingFigures.com. Looking at the back of the box, you can see more of their logos, as well as a demo of what the table looks like beforehand and afterward when it breaks. It says 3-piece breakaway table, and there's company information listed at the bottom. Next, we'll look at the wheelchair playset. This is pretty cool, especially when Paul Heyman was in the wheelchair forever ago. So this is a nice accessory if you want to recreate that moment, or just put one of your guys in a really injured position where he needs a wheelchair and crutches and a neck brace. So here you can see the really detailed wheelchair. There's the flaps for their feet and everything, which is really cool. It says Wrestling Figure Accessories at the top, Ringside Collectibles WrestlingFigures.com logo. It says Wheelchair Playset. Here you can see the set of crutches and the cloth neck brace, which velcros around any figure's neck. And then at the bottom there's a choking hazard and it says WrestlingFigures.com. On the back it shows you what you're getting. You can see the logos, the picture of the wheelchair, crutches, and neck brace, and it says includes 1 wheelchair, 2 crutches, and 1 neck brace, and there's company information listed here at the bottom. And then lastly, this one I was really excited to get, are their new casket sets, as they haven't made caskets for the figures in a long time. Especially ones this big, and these seem to be really nice quality, as silly as that sounds. You can see the Wrestling Figure Accessories logo here, the Ringside Collectibles WrestlingFigures.com logo, and the casket playset logo. Here you can see the black casket here. It's really big and detailed, as you can see the handles on the sides. And also, you can see an urn and a shovel and a breakaway tombstone. And at the bottom there's a choking hazard and it says WrestlingFigures.com. And on the back you can see, sorry this box is very large, the Ringside logos. It includes 1 padded casket, 1 urn, 1 shovel, 1 3-piece breakable tombstone. You can see the pictures of all of them here. And at the bottom there's just company information. And this casket also comes in silver. And as you can see, it has different colors. It's all the same accessories, just a different colored casket. And then on the back you can see the inside is different as well. And it's really cool. So let's take a look at these fresh out of the packaging. Alright guys, so first we have the Ringside Collectibles exclusive casket playset, fresh out of the packaging. Overall I'd say they're really cool, they're really unique, and I like them a lot. They're really detailed. But before I get into the casket review, I want to show you the other accessories they come with. Both of them come with an urn. This looks a lot like the urn that the CM Punk Toys R Us exclusive Elite came with, except this one is a lot thicker. So it'll be a little harder for them to hold on to. You have to put it into their arm, like curled into their elbow sort of thing, for them to hold it. but it is detailed, as you can see, so that's a cool little bonus. And we have the shovel. I believe this is the old Jack's shovel that I have one of these from when I was younger, where it had blood on it and it came in one of those grapple gear sets, I think, or something. So this is cool. You can see the detail in the wood of the shovel and the detail in the head of the shovel as well, so that's pretty neat. If you don't have a shovel, it's a good little added weapon you could have for your figures. Then lastly, here is a tombstone that is breakable. As you can see, the detail in it here, and it seems to stay together pretty well. It just pops apart like that, as you can see. It's nice they put pegs in it, so then it will actually stay together. And you can see it just snaps together really simply. There you go. Yeah, that's awesome. This is really cool. So if you need an Undertaker setup based on like his old promos back in the day, this would be a really cool set to have. Now let's look at the black casket first. As you can see, this thing is ginormous. Has a ton of detail in it, which is really cool. They did a really nice job on this, honestly. You can see little hinges, and what's cool is that the door does separate, so you could open half of it if you want just the head or the legs to show, and then you could open the lower half as well if you want to, and the doors kind of snap together, so you can move it as one piece as well. And this is actually foam, which is cool, so it just makes it more authentic, which is kind of creepy, but it's cool. And then the doors snap on these little hinges so they stay closed. And one thing I thought was kind of funny is that it does smell like foam when you open it up. So if you ever remember in an arts and crafts class, if you had to work with foam, I sure did. It kind of brought back some old memories when I got a whiff of this thing. But it is really cool. It is in scale with the figures. Here it is with the Jakks Deluxe figures. And here it is with Mattel Basic. And yeah, I'm not even sure if Undertaker could really fit in this thing. Yeah, he can. Just be careful pushing him in. He just makes it. So, that's cool. You can see, yeah, just be careful you don't ruin the foam insert there. But you can put your Jakks figures in it too. It's a little harder for them because they're bulkier. As you can see, I'm not going to force them, but because they're bulkier, just be careful. So I could tell these are more meant for Mattels if I had to guess. Here's Andre the Giant as well, so you can see his height comparison. Yeah, he can't fit in it, so I doubt Big Show and them could really fit in it. And that's disappointing, but it's still pretty cool. Not that I was planning to put Andre in a coffin, and that's really morbid since he's no longer alive. But yeah, I mean, it works for the general figures, I guess. Here's also wider figures like Bundy. Yeah, he too can't really fit all that well unless you really crunched him in here, yeah, like that or something. So, and then the doors. Yeah, the door's closed on him. So, there you go. That's a little size comparison for you. And then you could have half of your figure showing like a magic trick there. And look, he's still whole. You could do like that silly saw trick with this if you wanted to. I don't know. It'd be a silly animated video I could do with that, I guess. But yeah, that's this one. And the other one is silver, as you can see. And it has some different color designs. I like the black one more as it has a little bit more color to it. But this one is still really cool. It has all the same features except the interior is a different color. It's black. And it's the same size as the other one. And yeah. That's a casket playset you can get only on ringsidecollectibles.com. I do recommend picking those up if you get a chance. They're really awesome and a unique accessory to have for your figures. And now let's take a look at the next one. Alright guys, so here we have the Ringside Collectibles exclusive wheelchair playset, fresh out of the packaging. Overall I'd say it's really awesome. I really like the detail in it, and it's just an awesome bonus accessory to have for my figures and whatever segments or photos I recreate with it. Before I show you the wheelchair itself, I'll show you the other accessories it comes with. First, here's the neck brace, which is my favorite probably feature of it. This came with the old Jakks, like Andy Kaufman figure, the classic Superstars one, and it's foam, as you can see, and it velcros in the back and it stretches so you can put it around someone's neck. So I have Mr. Heyman here to show you how it works. You just put it under their chin, like such, and then you could just pull it around in the back, and you could pull it to stretch it a bit. Oh, this ponytail's being a pain in the butt. There we go. And then it velcros like that. And then that's what it looks like. It looks pretty legit. And it's kind of funny how real it looks, actually. I love it. I think it's just an awesome little accessory that you can put on your figures and make them look injured. It's really cool. So that's Paul Heyman there with a neck brace. Thank you, Paul, for demonstrating it, for being our neck brace model today. Now let's take a look at the crutches. I think these are similar to the old Jakks crutches that came out years ago. But these are cool. These are silver and black, and there are different colors for this as well on the Ringside website. I just got the most natural looking set for myself, but you can see the cool padding that goes under like their shoulders and their armpit area there, and then you can see little screws, which is cool, and then the figures can hold on to it there. And there's more little screws in the sides and the like fake rubber bottoms to help them stay on the ground, so to speak. It is not adjustable like a real crutch, so it might look sillier with different figures depending on the size of them based on their height, but this is a cool little bonus accessory as well. Then lastly, we have the awesome wheelchair. As you can see the tremendous detail in this one. The wheels do spin. You can see the details in the rims. These little wheels spin as well. You see all the detail there in the handles. Even the little like joystick to control it. This doesn't move, so don't force that. And then lastly, it has adjustable feet rest, so you could actually make them sit in it and rest their feet on it. And yeah, that's a wheelchair. It fits most figures, so that's pretty cool. And you can get this exclusively on Ringside. As you can see, there's Paul sitting in his chair. And yeah, now let's take a look at the ultimate table. Alright guys, so here we have the Ringside Collectibles exclusive ultimate table playset, fresh out of the packaging. Overall, I'd say is a really awesome table accessory if you like having a lot of accessories for your wrestling figures. This one is a lot more unique compared to that of the older tables released with all the figures at retail, because this one breaks in 3 ways rather than just, or 2 ways I should say, I guess, or 3, I don't know. It breaks into 3 pieces, let's put it that way. But it's really cool, honestly. It's a unique item for display, for play, and for photography and animating, whatever you do with your figures. So that being said, let's take a look at it up close. As you can see, I have the regular standard wood version, which is like what a lot of the wrestling figure tables look like. But it does come in a variety of colors from the Ringside Collectibles website. As you can see, there are 2 cracks in it, and those are the 3 different pieces. I'll show you the detail in it first. Here's the bottom, and the legs do fold up. And they have little grip parts at the bottom to help it stay in place, and they're really easy to fold back up. Here where it snaps in place for all the pieces, and you can see the detail of the trim and whatnot to make it look like a real table, which is really cool. And then the cool part is where it breaks. As you can see here, this piece breaks off. So now you can have a typical table break there. It's kind of an awkward one because it didn't break directly in half. And then you could easily just snap it back in place like that, and it's good as new. And you can snap it here, as you can see. Now you have this looking table break, which is also kind of different. So it's just the bottom part of the table, which is cool. So that would be good for like a turnbuckle breaking pose or what have you. And then you could also break off the middle piece. So now you have 3 pieces, and it just snaps together in those holes there. And you have a more unique looking table break, which honestly looks more realistic on TV compared to just breaking straight in half, as you never know where the guys are going to fall onto it and how it will break from their weight. So when I saw Ringside did this, I was really excited, as it is great for animating and for photography and display purposes, as you could just make your stuff look that much more believable with the unique table break, as silly as that sounds. So these are really cool. I do recommend picking them up on the Ringside Collectibles website, as they're great army builders, so to speak, so you could have a bunch of these tables for your figures. And like I said, they come in a variety of colors, so pick out a color you like. I liked one that was just most natural looking, since that's what they mostly use on TV. And yeah, be sure to check out ringsidecollectibles.com, pick up all these great, awesome exclusives. And they're all in scale, with all your different types of wrestling figures, from Jakks to Mattel, as you can see. There you go. They're just awesome stuff for all wrestling figures. They're great holiday gifts, birthday gifts, what have you. Any wrestling collector would probably love having all this stuff for their figures, and it just brings out some great imagination of recreating some old time and current moments. So yeah, check out ringsidecollectibles.com. Be sure to like Wrestling Figure Wednesday on Facebook to suggest future reviews you'd like to see me do. And I will see you next week. Thanks.
all your wrestling figure needs, check out ringsidecollectibles.com.
Like wrestling? Tune into The Rack, Thursday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern on wildtalkradio.com.